Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this next session. I'm here with Scott from Toluna, and before I kick it over to him, just a reminder to put your questions in the Q&A box there, and we will get to all of them at the end. And then if you want to start a conversation or if you have any technical issues, you can put that in the chat box. But Scott, I'm going to go ahead and just hand it over to you.
Great. Thanks so much. And good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are today. I'm Scott from Toluna. I am the VP of Digital Solutions for our strategic clients. And we look after a lot of the ways in which we help ideate clients to leverage their research process with our technology and our platform and our people in order to best optimize. And, when we speak to insight professionals, they tell us that there's a lot of decisions they can make, whether it's vendors, methods, technologies, consumer access points, and those variables can lead to certainly confusion, right, and inefficiency. So at Toluna, we are here to really simplify the way in which people are doing things across several different methodologies and help them, be the most efficient way they can through our insights platform, backed by our global panel and our dedicated teams across the globe. So let's take a look today at how we can optimize some of your concept and new product research. Great. So what we're looking at here is Toluna Start. This is our home dashboard for all users once you log in, and it's really focused on this key question here. What do you want to do today? So whether you are going to edit or analyze some recent projects or create new projects, we have dedicated solutions here below spanning across new product development, brand, advertising, and creative, as well as the option to create custom surveys using our authoring tool. Now, one of the ways in which we help brands optimize the research process with iterative testing is through our new MaxDiff solution. So you can see here below, we have different ways in which we can tap into that MaxDiff methodology and use it in an automated fashion that's been incorporated into our Toluna Start platform. So today we're going to start by creating a new survey, and we'll go to Create Survey. And this brings us to our survey authoring platform. Now here, one of the first steps we have is we can tap into Toluna's global panel of respondents. It spans over 70 different markets. And here, with 40 million people at our fingertips, we can optimize the way in which we reach these people. Now, because Toluna has their own proprietary panel, we have a vast depth of knowledge of who these folks are. And that's going to offer us several different advantages, as well as offer the respondent a better user experience. On the targeting page here, we can select from any one of your basic demos, as well as behavior profiles. And this way we're automating and optimizing that targeting process to allow you to get to those folks and speak to them quicker in a more user-friendly experience. By targeting your audience here, you'll also have the ability to see your real-time feasibility and pricing. So we have an opportunity to see here that the audience we've created with the parameters that we've set is going to be feasible, and it's going to help us launch our survey with confidence to move quickly and easily. As we navigate on, we have our survey authoring tool. And this is where a lot of the magic happens. We can build a ton of different survey questions here, everything from the basic choice, open-end questions that we all know and love in market research, to other questions, such as MaxDiff. By simply dragging and dropping that question type into the UI. Now, we've automated the MaxDiff methodology. Let that load for a second. There we go. To make it really user-friendly and approachable. And it all starts with defining our MaxDiff here. So here we can add in the number of items or claims, varieties, you name it, that we want to test. And we can include up to 40 different varieties or items. We have some best practice embedded into the platform all throughout, including areas here, where we'll see the number of items we're going to test and recommended sample sizes. Additionally, we can customize how many items we want to appear to a respondent in one given screen. Now, using this information, the platform will automatically calculate how many questions are going to be incorporated into that MaxDiff exercise, and we can click Create. Starting with the respondent view up top, it's further allowing us to customize our environment. So we can either select the standard table view and have a quick preview of what that looks like, or for tests where we might be including stimuli, a cards view to make it more user-friendly. We'll see the MaxDiff properties, which we just supplied, and additionally, more options below. So thinking about how to make for the best user experience possible, we can incorporate an introduction page or give folks the opportunity to zoom in on images that have greater detail. Now the fun part, adding our images and our names and all that to our MaxDiff exercise. Now, like a lot of text-based questions on the Toluna Start platform, we can enter in items one by one or toggle to the text field and simply copy and paste from where we have those items, whether it be Word or Excel or anywhere else. When it comes to incorporating stimuli, the platform's made it really easy. And you can simply drag and drop all of your files in bulk into this page here. Once that's done, your MaxDiff exercise will be created here. And we can pick from one of the 15 pre-populated question types below. Additionally, for further customization and flexibility, if you want, you can add in your own question and label. And what's great about this is anytime you add in a custom question here, it'll be saved for future research and one-click implementation into future studies. Once we click Save, our MaxDiff has been created, and we can continue on and create other question types in our survey that we need to prior to launch. Now, once we feel confident in our survey, we can go ahead and launch that survey, and we'll have immediate access to our Toluna Analytics platform. So as soon as the first respondent completes the survey, you'll gain a link to your report that'll update in real time and allow you to see the data as it comes in. Now, what's great about Toluna Analytics, really encapsulating the end-to-end platform that we have, is that you don't need to simply export your data in order to review and analyze it, but you have several different ways in which you can analyze that directly in the platform itself. Now, thinking about how we analyze a MaxDiff, we scroll down, we see here our output in various ways here. So we have our data, if you want to dive into that, whether you're a data researcher, maybe a former mathlete, right? And you can sort based on these columns here. Additionally, you can view the absolute difference and the normalized difference, and also have a tip and a clue embedded right here to give you an idea of what those refer to. So a great example, if you're working with a team and you want to sort your data, you can simply snip out this graph here and send that to them for clear insights that help you make fast, confident decisions. Now, additionally, if you want to export this, we have a number of different ways in which you can work with your data outside of Toluna Analytics, whether you prefer to work with the respondent data, the entire report in PowerPoint or Excel, or even upload your custom PowerPoint deck and generate your report using those fonts, those schemes, those colors, etc. Now, when we export our MaxDiff question, we receive this report here. We'll see all of our data down below, so we can easily and intuitively make our decisions based on these clear numbers here that are comprehensible by anyone from a seasoned researcher to a new intern. Additionally, we have our table and our chart, And with this, it's not simply a JPEG, it's customizable. So once you have it in Excel, you can edit it to make it your own. Now, these are just a couple of the ways in which we help clients optimize in their new product development research or general research itself. And we also look at how respondents will take that survey. So a lot of ways here in which we can help them with their not only their MaxDiff, but additional research. If we come back to the home screen, we'll see more ways in which we can help with that concept research for clients and for users alike. Now, one of those ways is going to be our automated concept test. Now, with Toluna Start, what we've done is we've incorporated a research with guidelines approach. And we've implemented a lot of our research methodology that are tried and trusted. We've layered that onto our tech platform to give folks a easy user experience that results in a plug-and-play approach, generating really robust outcomes and insights. For example, with our concept testing wizard, once you've run your MaxDiff and you have some winners that have risen to the top, you can put that into our concept test solution. The output here is a beautiful C-suite ready scorecard that gives you clear, predictive insights on which concepts were better, which may need some work, and what may be statistically relevant in their differences. All of this automates in real time, just like your Toluna Analytics, giving you what you need to make those decisions. All right, so we ran through that quickly, but that is our new MaxDiff solution. As we can see here, we can operate using claims, names, varieties, and taglines, making it approachable for everyone. So if there are any questions, we'd love to hear those from respondents.
Awesome. Thanks so much. That demo was really helpful. And we do have a few minutes for questions, so feel free to pop this in now. A few questions here. Is there an upcharge required for including a MaxDiff into my survey?
That's a great question. So with our MaxDiff, there will not be an upcharge in order to incorporate that exercise into your survey. All of Toluna's pricing is pretty transparent, as you can see here on our targeting page. Now, MaxDiff will incorporate some of the questions, but there will be no upcharge or automation fee required when leveraging MaxDiff or heat maps or any of the exercises available in the Toluna Start platform.
That's great. And obviously you were giving this demo on a desktop, but are respondents able to do this on a mobile device?
Great question. So everything that Toluna is built, it's built in-house, and it is built to be both mobile and desktop native rather than simply mobile optimized, meaning that all of our research solutions are device agnostic, both for the user and for the respondent. And there are different question types that will automatically reformat for the best user experience possible based on that device type.
That's great. Glad to hear that. If somebody needs to revisit the MaxDiff after they've built it, is it possible to edit or change the number of items, or is it kind of like once it's done, it's done?
Yeah, another great question. So we understand that research is iterative and sometimes updates need to happen. So when it does come time to creating your survey, maybe you want to test that survey afterwards and get an understanding of that look and feel of it, and you want to go back and edit, you absolutely have that ability to. So not only do you have the option to update the properties and add more items, subtract items, but you can also adjust that feel as well for how many will appear in each exposure. And the platform will automatically recalculate for the number of questions if you make too many changes. There are safeguards built in here to avoid from any sort of poor user experience, whether you want to have too many items exposed or not enough. Everything is built with the user in mind and sort of that guidance embedded in the platform.
Yeah, good to hear. And I guess kind of going off of that, how many items could be shown on the screen to a respondent at one time? Like what's the max there?
Yeah, so the platform default is set to 4, but certainly if you wanted to have maybe more detailed items and show less, you can show a minimum of 3. If you want to show a maximum, we do allow a maximum of 8 items exposed per question. So that would be for really basic, clean items that want to make more impulsive decisions for the respondent. So yeah, the maximum of 8.
All right, yeah, that's good. It's a lot of products there. Awesome. Well, I'm not seeing any other questions in the chat box yet, but feel free to pop those in there. We're going to be wrapping up a little on the early side, but hey, we're here for, right? I mean, obviously, it's a very simple experience and easy to use. Otherwise, it wouldn't take such a long time to explain it. So glad that you covered everything and very robust system, but very simple. So that's always good to see. And
Yeah,
if anybody was joining on the later end, this session will be available on demand immediately after we end it here. And there's also a big green button in the session page that says "Book time with me." I think that will take you to an email directly to Toluna's team. So lots of ways to stay in touch there. But Scott, thanks so much for your time. Any closing thoughts?
we're here to help. We're here to ideate. So yes, the session wrapped up early, just like your research will as well. As you can see here, this project itself, over 700 completes. It only took 4 hours in field. So for those
Yeah, it's
occasions where
amazing.
you have questions in the morning, you want to have those by the end of the day, certainly feasible with Toluna Start. But I really want to thank you. And if there are any questions around concept testing, MaxDiff, or any of the solutions that we have available, on that Toluna Start platform, or any ways that we can help with your research and integrate there, we're more than happy to connect.
Great. Well, thanks so much, Scott. Thanks everybody for joining. See you all in the next session.
All right. Thank you.